Okay, well, I'm trying to work out the audio. I mean, I've got some audio, but bear with me a minute. You should have audio from the Panasonic. Ah, hang on. It would help if I turn it on. So where have I got audio from that? No sound still? Ah, okay. There is sound, but it's a bit dodgy at the moment, so apologies for that. My lapel mic's not kicked in again for some reason. I just don't know what this thing does. I think if I push that across, then a decent mic comes in. But then I've got to stick myself back in, small up in the corner, I think, for it to work. Right, okay. No, that's different. Okay. I still haven't got to grips with this OBS yet, as you can probably see. Gotta love it, haven't you? Right, okay. Let's try that. That's better. Although I'd probably rather be over that side, but... and a bit smaller. Right, well, apologies for the last 2 weeks. I mean, I've been a busy man. Busy. It's all been busy. I think I've got it sus now. Basically, I've seemed to have got to have the main camera in picture in order to work the microphone, which seems a bit weird, but there you go. Happy Easter, everybody. Let's have a look down through who's in. We've got Tim in, Aaron. Bob's in. Are you being served? I remember that, Bob. What a strange old program that was. Michael's in. Hi, Michael. Joe's in, Matambly. Cage Nut. Welcome, Steve. Nick's in. Patronics. Dave Tipton. Hello before bed. Yeah, we're good, David. Hope you're all right, mate. Looks like that radio is in Oz. It's in Australia, Dave. So hopefully any day now. Ricardo, how you doing, mate? Tim, did I say hello to you, Tim? I think I did. Anthony's in. Chris Milky. Who else have we got? James Farley. Hi, James from the US of A. Benji's in. Multi. Yeah, we're all in today. Mick McGinn. Hi, Mick. Jess is in. Hi, Jess. Happy Easter to you too, mate. Tom and Susie are in. Church and family dinner. So yes, bank holiday weekend in the UK today. Easter Sunday and all that today. But yeah, been really busy. How's me back? Back's okay, to be fair. I mean, Mrs. Cruncher, bless her, has done a lot of the lifting. But yeah, we've moved a lot of stuff out to storage. So I managed to get a big 20-foot by 8-foot container. We've still got a hell of a lot to do. I bought a load of racking to put in it, but literally we put up 3 bits of racking. I think we've got another 6 to go yet. Or did we put 2 up? No, we only put 2 up. we got another 7 to do, and it took us an hour each to put these blimmin' racks up. Rob heads in. Hi, Rob. Yeah, Rob's got his 2001D at long last. Did you sort the chair? No, Anthony, I haven't. I haven't sorted it yet. I did look at, someone suggested putting a Jubilee clip on it, but you can't get a Jubilee clip on it because it's got the, like a telescopic plastic bit over the top of it. So, yes. So yeah, been busy trying to clear this place up. I was up here last night desperately trying to clear everything up, ready for today. Haven't managed it really. I've done a lot, but still plenty to go. Plenty more to do yet. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag for today's streamlet, and it's going to depend on how we're doing for time. Unfortunately, the neighbours have got a really noisy, barky dog in today, so thanks for that, Rob, if you're watching. But yeah, we got the, as you can see, the Hacker RP75. The only thing I could find wrong with that was the interstation mutant wasn't working. It might just be a dirty potentiometer, that's what I'm hoping. If not, we're going to have to get right into the guts of it and find out what's going on. Slide the plastic tube up. Yeah, I can't, Anthony, because the gas strut is at the top, if you know what I mean, and it won't come down. I can slide it up, but I can't put it down. And I don't think the plastic thing would take my weight. I've still got my lunch here as well. You can just about see the edge of my plate here. So I do have to eat that in a minute. Rob's radio room. How you doing, Rob? I've got to work out why it won't let me chat. I can't type anything in the chat for some reason. It seems to think that I'm not logged into it, but I must be because I'm streaming. I don't know. I'm sure there's a way around it. So yeah, I'll have to try and work out if I can share the screen. I think I did do a screen sharing thing, didn't I? I have got the manual up here, but where's that gone to? It was in preview, I think. Yeah, there. Yeah, it seems like there's an IC in there that deals with the interstation muting. But I think that IC does a lot more than just the interstation muting. So I've got to try and find it on the circuit diagram. Low frequency amplifier, it's not going to be that. Tone control. FMIF. Yeah, going to be tricky this is. If it's not simple, it's going to be very tricky. PR1 interstation muting. Let me just shut that window a minute because that dog barking. That should be better. Still got to have the landing window open, but you know, I've got the aircon to stick that on, I suppose. Yeah, so it looks like there's a resistor there, R9, which is a 39K. There's quite a few bits and pieces. It looks like it's controlled pin 5. Let me just rotate it. Let's see if I can actually share this screen with you. Let's try it. Let's try it. You never know. If I can find my OBS. Rob's radio member for 27 months. You still have to log into the desktop. Yeah, I am logged into the desktop, Anthony. I'm definitely logged into the desktop. I can chat here. It says chat disconnected on the desktop. Oh well. Not to worry, as long as we're still live here. It's strange because we've had 2 power cuts within the last half an hour. So if all of a sudden everything goes off, then you'll know why. I don't know whether the sun is baking something and causing it to short out. I don't know, but it seems to have killed our oven as well. Right, let me see if I can do this sharing thing. Mac OS screen capture. Yeah, that's not working great, is it? Let me just get to, I don't know if you can see anything or not. What am I trying to get to? Preview there. I don't know if you're able to see that, are you? Let me just go back to OBS. Cut that back in. Yeah, not sure if you could see that. I don't think you can. I'm not sure how I got to do that. Soft audio on black screen. It doesn't appear that I can share my screen then, which is a real pain. Yeah. So what I'll have to do is save a copy of this. Saving changes. I don't want to save changes. Two documents remaining. What changes am I saving? Oh dear. Let's quick preview. Yeah. It won't let me shut it down now. Okay, we'll have to just ignore that. We'll ignore that. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't switch across to the desktop display. It should have done. Let me have a quick eat of that. Well, that's better. Should have hear me munching away. So how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to somehow download that, aren't I? I don't know what is happening to preview here. I don't know how you can force shut it in on a Mac. Anyway, let's ignore the crazy old computer. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Right. Let's move my lunch over a bit. So, interstation muting is on this button here. The idea is you push that down and it quietens it between channels. So let's hook it back up. If I can find the lead, not that one. There's the one that came with it, but We've sorted the power supply out on this. We've sorted the amplifier. It's working great. So let's turn it on. So we should be able to tune that out. And there's a little potentiometer on the board here that you can get at and turn that does that. But I'm going to have to pull all this out in order to get to that. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's just down in there, look. Thank you, Rob. More components, yeah. So can you see that little plastic thumb wheel there? That's the interstation muting. Now let me just go and get the manual, the actual paper manual, which I'm sure I've got. In fact, I know I've got it. Yeah, I don't understand why we got no sound. It's almost like my microphone's disconnected. But it's not. I can see. Microphone's died for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I've got no audio coming up on the receiver. Got a bit of audio now. Is that working now? No. Oh well. Thin, distant audio. Yeah, I'm sure I can do something about that. Mic. Yeah. The problem is now I've got to speak to the screen because this mic has stopped working for some bizarre reason. How strange. Apparently I haven't realised you add the mic input to every scene in OBS. Well, I have done that, George. It's just an issue with my microphone for some reason, which is this one. It is definitely on. We have battery, but it's not giving me any indication at the top that it's working, which is very strange. Nope. Strange, is that? It's got a mind of its own, this bloody thing. I swear it. There's very little adjustment. The volume is maxed on the mic, so there's no gain settings or anything like that in this by the looks of it. Filters. No filters. Wow. What's the story with my laptop I'm fixing? One of your new cordless mics has been scrapped. Huh. Happy Easter egg to you as well, Mike. Yeah. Might have jumped channel. I don't know, because if I unmute it, yeah, it's definitely dead, the microphone. Radio Caroline, Stephen, afternoon to you, mate. Catch you soon, Tom and Susie. Make sure my wires are connected inside here, because that was the problem last time. No, very strange. It's Looks like the mic element has packed up. Everything's packing up here. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's get back to this thing. So what different board have we got? 509A, which is slightly different to the original. Static voltages for IF board 590A. So T4. So it looks like it's done with two transistors, T4 and T7. Which still doesn't coincide with this because it says TR4. Muting TR7. So it could be that we've got a problem with TR7 now. I don't know if I could, if you'd be able to see this or not. So this is the circuit. If you'll take a snapshot now, the muting is being done. The muting is being done down here around TR7, and I believe they're talking about TR4 as well. So we've got some voltages we can measure around those, but I'm going to need to take the radio out of the chassis in order to get to them. So let's do that now. Sounds like the dogs are playing Mrs. Cruncher up. Could be that we've got one of these lock fits gone. That's my best guess at the moment. I've got to be a lock fit now. So I'm going to need to take all this lot off again. I'm pretty sure I was turning the right one here. We got two. I just don't know why they've messed it up. I might as well take this mic off now because it ain't working. I might stick the Yeti on. That one at least works. Let's fire the Yeti up. At least we get some decent sound then. Might not be the same audio, but it's better than the built-in microphone in the MacBook. Ooh, droopy. Yeti. Never fails me, the Yeti. Yeti, I don't put it on often enough. Right, let's see if I can stick this in the hub. Hub. Right, now we're going to work out how to get the Yeti on. Yeti stereo microphone, but it doesn't appear in the mixer list for some reason. Yeah, George, you're just not having any luck, are you? Right, looks like I'm going to have to add the Yeti back in. Audio input capture. Existing Yeti. Okay. But the Yeti is not appearing in the mixer. So we're going to turn that one off and then Yeti will come in. Who knows? Turn Nick on off. No, still no Yeti. Oh dear. If only I knew how this thing worked, it'd be amazing. Enable down mixing. So go to defaults. No, still no Yeti. Well, we certainly had Yeti working before, didn't we? This is like a technical information channel for problems with OBS at the moment. So apologies, you'll have to turn the volume up. For some reason that's not working today. Who knows? Right, let's pop this back out of the case. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to whip that transistor out and have a look at it. I could try and hook it up on the bench, I suppose, and measure the voltages on it. That would be the best thing to do, wouldn't it? Bill, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I know. I am audible, just about, Bob. Thanks, mate. I'd like to get it right, you know. I don't like running half-mast, and I really don't know what's happened to my decent mic. If you know what I mean. The Rode. Might be able to just turn that off and turn it back on again. I might try that. That usually works, doesn't it? Yes. Hang on. Just turn that off and the Yeti's come on. Yeti's on. Yeti's on. How strange is that? I've turned myself off and the Yeti's come on. Oh dear. So if I go back across there, I'm still on. Okay. Well, how's that? That should be better audio because we like Yeti. Let's put him over there out of the way. Right, there we go. At last. decent audio. Yeah, you must have lost a lot, George. Are you looking to rebuild then, George? I mean, what's your plans for the future, mate? Sounds like the laptop mic. No change in audio. Let's put the gain up then. Well, I'm not sure why it's... It's got audio mixer up the top. Hey, Gia, how are you? Maybe that's... right, okay, yeah, I had the audio mixer muted. That would have explained it, wouldn't it? According to this, I've got the Yeti and the other one working. They've got echo in there. Alright, we'll just run on the Yeti then. I just don't know what's going on with it. I can turn the gain up, but the gain's right up. Right, let's put this out of the case. Loads of other bits to fix here as well, but it looks like this is going to take up most of our time now. I really was hoping that would just literally be a case of giving it a squirt of stuff and away you go. Hissy audio now, is it? Oh well, hissy audio is better than no audio, surely. This mic just doesn't seem to be. Normally I can whack this one up full pelt, the Yeti, and it really blasts out. It doesn't seem to like it with OBS. Really strange. I'll go back across there. Turn that main mic back on. Yeah, this has definitely died. Yeah, definitely died that. I don't know why. Sounds like a shortwave radio. I mean, that should be. For some reason, I can't seem to turn it up. Normally with audio you can you can really ramp it up. It doesn't seem to be the case with this. Advanced audio. Audio monitoring. All of those. Yeah, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. But we do have audio, that's the main thing. And I don't know whether it's coming from the Yeti or from that. I don't know. Anyway, let's not mess about it too much. I'm going to work out how this goes, so... I think we've got to join those two together, haven't we? To get the power up. Yeah, because that goes through there and then back out there. So I think I've got to join those two together to power up on the bench. Let's get some speaker wires hooked up. Let's get the voltages tested. This might as well do it properly. I'm just going for it. Now, where's my amplifier? Get rid of this bottom panel if I can. I don't want to be messing about with that. Yeah, I'm going to be messing about with the power supply flying it in the air, if you know what I mean. It's certainly a lot better made, Stephen, aren't they? TL7 is really difficult to get to on this side of the board. Might be able to just squeeze a multimeter in there. Somewhat. Use a very pointy, pointy thing. Right, next job is to find my leads. I forgot to see if I've got all this done. I'm not sure what's going on with this. Screenshot, record, copy, escape. I did manage to get this done, didn't I? But scene 2, scene 1, screen cap, transition. Right, let me find my leads. I'm sure they're back here. Where's that gone to? Just here. I've got everything unplugged down here. So one of these is my power supply, isn't it? Which one is it? Is it that one? That one? None of those. Great. Why is my power supply not working? These gremlins. These gremlins at work here. Unplugged it to plug something else in maybe, but I don't know about doing that. Not that one. So we've got a lot of plugs disconnected down there. Seems like we have a power supply for some reason. Great. No power supply. So I'm going to have to connect the mains up again, aren't I? It's going to be one of those days. Let's reconnect the power supply. To pull out that meter, that power supply, and then find out where the lead goes and find out where it's disconnected from somewhere, but I don't think it is. But we have just had a power cut, so whether it's tripped the RCD at the back, that's a point. It might have tripped the RCD at the back. Let me have a look. Oh. Was it that? Yeah, wasn't the trip then. Still a mystery. Let's go back to what I was doing in the first place. Let's just wire this back up temporarily. At least I can get the this thing powered up with the mains. It's not the end of the world. Lots of power supplies knocking about, but not one in here to hand. Got that nice Farnell one in the other room. Didn't need to recommission that. Just needs new feet on the bottom, that's it really. Let's get you down a bit closer so you can see what the hell I'm up to. So I'm just wiring this power supply back in. I've taken it off the shelf so it's a bit easier to manoeuvre because I'm going to need to flip the board over to look at the back of it, I think. Don't think I'm going to be able to get to the... That's better. Right, okay. Still not eating my lunch yet. Let me have another bit. Okay. Ah, it's working now. Would you believe it? Let's just pull this area up. Maybe not. It could just be that there's too much interference in here with all these lights. or I'm turning the wrong one, because it does say PR1, which is on that board there, but I don't know. You had an ad for funeral planning? Oh no. Oh dear. Don't forget though that those ads gave me at least 10 pence a month in revenue. So, you know, it all helps. Right, let's see if we can get any sense off of these readings then. So I'm not sure which is which. This is definitely TR7. Stop doing that. Got to be this one here. Makes absolutely no difference. I'm going to have to have a closer look at this book, you know. Something's not right here. The components don't agree with what I can see on this board, for one. It doesn't seem to make any sense. Unless anybody's got any better ideas. Rigel's good stuff. Well, that's that board there. That's definitely PR2. TR7 and TR4 with R22 sat beside them. Yeah, that's definitely is. That is PR2, okay. That's a shame I can't show you this really. So voltages then on T4. Collector base emitter, now what is the pin out of this? Got a pin out for these. No, we haven't. Let me get my eyes on. So BF194, I'm pretty sure they're all the same, those lock fits, but bet your life it won't be. BF194. So it's base emitter collector. And it was the wrong bloody way around, didn't I? So collector. Let me draw a picture of this. Otherwise I'll have to keep switching over to the stuff's crashing down everywhere here. So from the front is collector, emitter, base, CEB. You probably can't see that, but so I'm looking at that. So I think we've got all sorts of weird and wonderful measurements here. So let's turn it on. So interstation muting is out at the moment. So on the collector, get this somewhere so you can see it. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So on the collector of T7, with the interstation mutant out, should be 2 volts. Ah. Timber! Let's try that again. 2.4, that's near enough. Base, which is the other end, should be 0.2. 0.3, a little bit high, but no issues there really. Oh, actually no, that should be, hang on. Where are we? Oh yeah, that's the base. So that should be 1.6, that one. It's 0.3, so that's not great. Maybe it's something to do with this potentiometer, because turning that potentiometer. Okay. That's not right. So we hang on. No, that is right. That is the base. No, it's not. It's the emitter. The base should be 1.6. Well, I can get it to 0.6, but and this one around here, which is the base, should be 1.6, and it's not. It's 0, I think. My leads popped off again. underneath the board. So we are looking at this transistor here. So annoying. Yeah, nothing on it. 2.4 and 0.2, we've got nothing on the emitter. Strange. I reckon that's gone kaput. So with it in, .4, so it should be a minute. Should be 5.6 on the collector now. So we should have 5.6 on that one now. 2.4. We should have 0.4 on the base. And nothing on the emitter. Yeah, we haven't got our voltage there. Unless that's something to do with this one. No. Should have 5.6 volts there. Hang on. No, ignore that. That's T4. Right, T7, let's start again. So collector, that should have 0.2. It's not, it's still got that 2 on it, so it doesn't seem to be switching at all. Because if make sure our switch is in the right position. Yeah, interstation mutant is on. It's not made any difference. So we've got 0 and 0 on those, but we've got too much voltage on the collector. We should have 0.2 of a volt there, we've got 2.4 volts. So let's check T4, which is back here. Where were we? This one. So this is the emitter. T4, and that should have 0 on it, but it's got 1.8. That one's got, that is the collector. That's got the right voltage on it, 5.6 thereabouts. And the emitter should have 0 on it, but it's got 2.48. One of those. One of those is kaput. Voltages are all over the shop. Nothing like. I mean, what else could it be in that circuit? There's not a lot else there. See if I can get the circuit in shot for you. Come on, stay there. Alright, let's get back to my OBS screen. So what can you see there? Okay, so we're going a bit closer, because the bit we need to see is TR7B and C. C is, I take it B and C is the muting switch. So it sits a bit nicer. There we go. Now we're in business. So this is TR7. This looks like it's our little preset here. It seems to interact with TR4. So they're asking us to measure the voltages on this one and this one. It says muting there, so I assume that B and C is the exits off of this board, maybe? I've got a funny feeling that someone else has had a go at this because a lot of the screws seem to be a bit loose. So we haven't taken this apart. Okay, now we've lost it again. Microphone is still on. I take it the microphone is on still. I get messages saying the microphone's off, but I think that might have been a little while ago. 224. Yeah. Anybody make a head or tail of that then? So let me whip those two transistors out, and we'll have a look just to see if there's any issues with them. I'm going with TR7 first because that seems to be the one that's controlling most of it. It is interacting with TR4 though. So TR7, out you come. Oh, course, there was shot in there. Right, component tester, which is down on the floor here. I saw it just now. Far away. Right, let's see if this is a transistor or not. Yep, that's a transistor. HFE of 86. Yeah. Probably okay. Let me just pop that one back in because I don't want to get them mixed up, if you know what I mean. Certainly got some gremlins in today. Our oven has packed up. So we had a power cut. Our oven was on at the time. Power came back on. Oven's now not working. Right, TR4. ETR4. Catching my optical lead there. What are you doing, that? Yeah, that one looks fine. My display might be packing up on this one. Yeah, looks like my display might be packing up on that one. Can you see it? Looks like the LCD is starting to bleed. So yeah, that one checks out alright as well. Bit better gain on that one, but not a lot. What the hell is it then? What is it? Got to be something around there that's stopping this working, because normally it works very well. Could just be that we're in a really noisy atmosphere and it's not muting it, but I'm not going to tell that unless I get it all back together, put some batteries in it, take it outside it a while. What else could it be? What else could it be? This is getting a little bit strange now. Could have got a resistor gone high maybe, that's popping it up, but have another look at the diagram. Hey Rob, could be the potentiometer. Now I've cleaned the potentiometer, Rob. Thanks so, mate. Bizarre, how you doing, mate? Dids, how you doing, mate? Don, audio's low. I just don't know what's going on with the audio. I mean, I don't know. Am I talking into this one? Is this the microphone that I'm talking into? Does it get really loud? 1 2 1 2. Does it get loud when I talk into that one? I don't know. Who knows? Perhaps if I plug directly in with the mic, what about that? I think it's that one. I plug directly into the... Oh, is that any better? I don't know, it doesn't look any better to me. It don't look no better to me. Derek Taffman, how are you, mate? Ernest, how are you, mate? You'd be pleased to know, Ernest, your radio is next on the bench, mate. Once we get this thing out of the way. Just what is going on with this interstation muting? I just need to have a look just to see what components are in that circuit, really. Quite a lot, by the looks of it. Right, where are we? We are here. So we know that the voltages they give us for TR7 and TR4 are wrong. Certainly the collector voltage is right on TR4, but the other two aren't. TR7 is all over the shop. So it could be C15 could be a problem. 2.2 microfarads. That could have shorted to ground, that could have caused us a problem. It's unlikely, but not impossible. R22 could have gone a bit bonkers, so could R20. What's this? This is inside the cam. Is D1 doing anything? I wonder if this D1 is doing anything inside the cam. Because that is feeding out, it's not really, is it? But that is the preset there. I'm sure that's the preset that we're looking at. That's the one that we're adjusting. Is that acting on this circuit, which acts on the base of that transistor? Yes, so it could be that we've got a problem with D1 inside the can itself. That would certainly throw the voltages out on here if this was open, because all this voltage would be going down to ground, wouldn't it? I don't understand these diagrams enough, but it looks like that could potentially be an issue. But it is inside IFT1. I don't think it's anything to do with the signal? No, because I think the signal's coming off. Where's the signal coming in? So it's coming through there, up into there. Is it coming off the top here? Or does it get to the next stage? It's like a maze, this thing, isn't it? Where's it going from IFT1 to IFT2 now? Is it coming in up here maybe? Yeah, I think that's a signal path there. Because we've got a blocking cap there, so I think D1 is potentially the most likely suspect. This is, I don't know whether D1 is good or not. Yeah, it's my desoldering tool, unfortunately, Don. If I turn that off, that'll stop. Turn it back on again. Is there enough IF gain for the noise detector to work? Still above ground, Ernest. No worries, mate. Good to hear it. Let's get it back to you before you decide to leave us, Ernest. Right. I think we need to try and get at D1, which is inside IFT1, which is going to be a pain in the backside, because that is this one here. No, that way. This one here, IFT1. It's only got a single one because there is a diode in it, but it is in the FM IF. So somewhere inside this, there's a diode. There she blows. Let's have a little look inside that one. It's an extra day off work tomorrow, look, because of the bank holiday. But I don't think we're going to have as good a weather. Better just mark this just in case. I don't know if it makes any difference if it goes back the right way or not. Gently ease this out and have a look. There is a diode hiding down in that corner. Let's pull this tape back. There he is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up that leg there and just pull it out if I can. And let's just get that out of the way. Actually, saying that, what do I need to heat it up for? It's not connected to anything else. I don't need to take it out and test it between those two legs. Should be able to test it on a component tester, shouldn't I? It's a diode junction with a 0.627 drop, which is correct. No issues there. Bugger, I thought that would be it then. I was hoping that was going to be it. Okay, so now it could be causing us a problem. I'll just get my goggles on for a closer look. Make sure this is all connected. That's connected in there. No breaks. Just going to measure that resistor across there. Make sure this hasn't gone immensely high. So blue, grey, red. Blue, grey, red. Blue, grey, red. Should be 6,800 ohms, 6.8K. 6.76, very good, no issues there. We have got a capacitor in there. See if this will measure the capacitance of that one. So 0.9 of a picofarad. Have you got any value for that one? No value in there. No value in the book. It's nice, isn't it? So what about you, you tropical fish identifiers out there? If we can get it to focus, turn it the other way around, we've got, from the bottom up, we've got red. Is it red? Black, yellow, brown? red, black, yellow, brown, or is it red, yellow and brown? I don't know. Can anybody identify that? NF, so 0.9, well, 0.8, that's 0.9 picofarad. Thanks for that, Bazaar. Well, one picofarad, look, which is 100 NF, isn't it? Let me double check. 100 NF. No. 100 NF is 0.1 microfarads. That's 1.1 picofarad. 1.1 picofarad? No. That's 0.001 NF. Is that right? .9 picofarad, 1 picofarad. Can't be right, can it? Try to see if I've got another one that's the same. They've mounted it sort of upside down, really, which is a bit strange. So that's the capacitor, look. So from the bottom it's just like a beigey colour, which I think is just the base colour, isn't it? Then you've got red. And there's a licorice all sort in the middle. Black, yellow, black, brown. I'm sure there is a guide to what these are. I need to know what value that is because it doesn't say in the instructions. Is that the same? No, that's orange band in the middle. I'm on the wrong pins. Ah. Aha, yes, you're right, I am. Well spotted, whoever that was. Still 0.7 picofarads. Unless there's something wrong with my meter. Hang on. It's all going pear-shaped. Let's try this again. So you are right, I was on the wrong pins. Because they've got it upside down, haven't they? 3.5 picofarads now. Surely that's not a picofarad job, is it? I suppose it could be. Ah, hang on. Low battery fault. This could be some of the issue. Right. I told you there's gremlins about today, didn't I? Let's get another battery in it. I've got to remember what I've done with the batteries now because I put them somewhere really safe. Put them somewhere really safe. Now I know where they should have gone. They should have gone in here. In the other batteries. Here. These are good, these little meters. They do eat the batteries a little bit, but you know, just make life a lot easier. You really aren't getting anywhere fast here at all. You know, am I chasing something that's not actually there? Right, let's try again. Fresh battery. That's better. 101 NF. Could the cap be just red, yellow, brown? Yes, the brown is at the top. It's got like a beige base. I don't know how you'd read that one. There must be. I'm sure I've seen a guide to those somewhere once upon a time. Is there something on the internet? A tropical fish capacitor colour guide? So that was just a dodgy battery in my tester. Color code calculator. Peter Viz. Oh wow. Whoa. Yeah, peterviz.com has got the capacitor code for tropical fish capacitors. Apparently it's a Philips model C280. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So it's got 5 bands, so the lower one is beige. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, so it's red. Do you read them from the bottom up? So number 1 is the top, so read from the top first. So it's brown, black, yellow, black, and red. Yeah, it's 0.1. I don't know if I can go to that. Will that get you on where I am? No, scene 3 for some reason is just not working. Yeah, so I've just had a quick look on that Peter Viz site. I can't send you the link because I can't comment because it's subscribers only, and apparently I'm not subscribed to myself. That's a very useful calculator from Mr. Peter Viz. So if anybody's not seen his website before, peterviz.com. It's petervis.com. I wonder if it will let me print this. So I'm going to print it in colour. Let's print that. got a new printer as well. Everything's changed here and it's just totally confusing me. Let's print it out. I don't even know which printer I printed that to now. Let's try that again. I think I might have printed it. Yeah, I printed it to the wrong printer. That's great. Yes, I know. I printed it to you. I didn't want to print it to that printer. I haven't set that printer up on this computer. That's great. Stuff is definitely happening on that computer. I may have printed to that one twice now. Oh, come on, please. Don't do this to me. No, stop it. Let's try and print another one. It's gone mad. It's gone maze. Yeah, so there's the colour code. So you read from the top to the bottom by the looks of it. And this is the colour. So the first and second bands are the significant digits. The third band's a multiplier in microfarads. The fourth band is a tolerance. So on this one we've got brown, which is 1. Then we've got black, which is 0. Then yellow, which is 4. So that's times 4 then. 10 times 4. So 10 and 4 zeros. And then red is the last one. 2. That's tolerance. I don't know, but what I did is I used is where is it? Where is it? Yeah, so if you go on to where are we? That page. Just put in the colours. It spits you out the value. So 0.1 microfarad, which is 100 NF. So that cap is correct. That took us a long time to get to that, didn't it? That took me a long time, not you lot. You lot were way past me. So it doesn't look like there's any issues with that, that IF transformer, which is, I'm starting to struggle now to find out why this is not working. It should be working. It should be working. That's manky. It's gone all sticky, that masking tape, electrical tape even. Let's put that back together. Bend the little tabs in. Then work out which way round it went, because I forgot. Right, actually, while that's out, let's just see if there's anything there. So that 2.2, we can lift that one out and have a look. Let's lift that one out and have a look a minute. That's up here. This is this 2.2 microfarad capacitor just down. Where are we? Can't get in the camera now. Just down there, little blue one. Just there, look. In behind, this is the trimmer pot. C15. Unlikely, but you never know. Your first time capacitor stops the radio working properly, would it? Marked on the board. So do we want to have a guess what this one is likely to be? 2.2 microfarads. Got the ESR meter out and we'll have a look. Is this one shorted? Is it perfect? So much more I've got to look at. Eyes down looking. So my ESR meter's had a nice nasty poke in the been poked in the perspex. So it's supposed to be 2.2 microfarads. Let's get back to OBS. Leaky, you reckon, Rich? Welcome, Rich. Newer ham radio Alma crossband blocker. Les, afternoon to you. James Foley. Alright. That diode reading suspect. Bizarre, how come? Yeah, polystyrene caps. Did I lose my microphone again? I don't know how to get the Yeti back now. Perhaps the Yeti's got to be ticked. Video capture device on or off. Ah. The Yeti's in and the other one's out. Right. No, you're not, Rob. You didn't start it that quick. Right. So yeah, it's just the way that thing measures them, I think, bizarre. Sort of been caught out scratching there with that a long time ago. So it's not the cap. It's not the coil. Potentiometer itself. Could that be open? Again, no value on it that I can see. No doubt it's marked somewhere. Should we take it out of circuit and have a look? See if we can get it out. So made in England. There's some markings on the back, but I can't see it because it's gummed up with something. It's probably me spraying all that stuff all over it. Okay, it says 250k. LN linear. So if we ignore the wiper for a minute, we should be somewhere around about 250k across this. $300k, so a little bit high, 50k higher than it should be. Yeah. No, it's because I've got the desoldering tool on DIDS. It's right beside it. So let's check the wiper then. So we connect to the wiper with one side, which side's the earthy side. We should be able to get some change in resistance. So 14 up to 222. There was a place where it was open then, wasn't there? So that's what I passed. It's not great. I mean, come up. It's like a big jump. That's what it is. there. There's a big jump there. Jumping up quite a bit, isn't it? I mean, I'll go a bit slower now. Yeah, it probably is linear. Just be going a bit fast with that. But certainly within the range of 250, so you should be able to tune it with that. So again, I don't think that's the issue. So what else is in that circuit? Not much left to test, so we've tested this, tested that. R21 we need to test. R20 we need to test. We tested that one inside there, that was fine. So R20 and R21, 100k and 8.2k. So R21. So it was R21. Okay, so let's try R21 first. Let's get that back up on the stand. So I'm going to probe R21 if I can. So that one there. So it's there. $101k, nothing wrong with that. Let's look at R20 then, 8.2k, where's R20? R20. Ah, right, so it's all the way back up here. Back in here. .2, so they're fine. What is B and C? Is that just the terminals on the board? Is that what comes out with B and C? There's B. B and C, so it's the yellow and the pink. So it looks like C is just the ground, I think. C is the ground. B needs to be the signal out. Put it down there. Could be the switch, couldn't it? Did put some switch cleaner down it, but let's have a look at the switch then. Alright, okay. Well, apologies for that, people, but the electric went off. And now I can't get my camera back on. What's going on here with the electrics? I think we're having some sort of power surge situation going on here for some reason. I think we may have been getting got a storm coming over. It's starting to feel really muggy here. Yeah, my camera's stopped working for some reason. Yeah, power cut. Electric arrives on sticks. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Now my camera doesn't work. So we had a power cut earlier, and it's killed the. Seems to have killed the oven, and now we've had another power cut. Has killed my Nikon camera. It won't go into live view, so it's just a black box on the screen. Let's get rid of that. What is going on? No backup, Jen. Yeah, I have, but it's out in the driveway. Right, okay. Let's see if that's worked. Yay! We're back. What is going on here today? This is unreal. Everything's going wrong that could do. So that's the third power cut we've had today so far. I just messaged Anthony to say that it was a power cut, but yeah. I'm totally lost now. Yeah. Electro boom. No, we don't electro boom over here. He can stay where he is. So I was trying to get my head around what else could be wrong here. You know, I might try to find something that's not actually there. You know, we've tried TR7, we've tried TR4, we've done R21, R20, R22 is on the collector, TR7, C15 we've checked, that's fine. R22 then, 3.3k. Let's carry on with the madness. Let's find R22. Okay, let's see that. So R22 is the one in between the two transistors. It's this one here then. We'll try that. Get that put on. So 3.45, 3.3 it should be, so again that's not the issue. Yeah, 3.3, so that's not the issue, a little bit high but not a lot. I'm running out of options now. There's no problem with the IF amps because the radio is working fine. Just this little circuit. So the only other thing to check is the switches. The switching. Have we got high resistance on that switch maybe? So it's switching. Looks like that's the common. Flip that switch in. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be the problem. Let's certainly switch in. Connected to that one, so this side, and that seems to be switching as well. Yeah, I mean that appears to be something. It is a little bit erratic, but not really anything to worry about, I don't think. Let's just put a little bit of lots of P100 down there. So the switch is switching fine. Thank you, Gavin. Fighting gremlins, it's like been a non-stop here today. Microphone gremlins. The oven's packed up downstairs. Managed to get the camera back on though, so it's not all bad. Geothermal. It feels muggy, so it looks like we've got a bit of a storm coming, which is going to be great, isn't it? I do have a generator, but it needs servicing, it needs repair. Okay, that is reading a bit better now. I've put some Deoxit D100 in it, and we're in the 1 giga ohms now. Right, what else is connected to this thing then? So there and there, so there's nothing connected. The only thing that's connected to that switch is these two contacts here. So I think that one of those is ground, I believe. One is ground. There's a signal. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery. This is between there and this before. That's ground. Yeah, no problem with the connections between the two boards. Starting to run out of ideas why this is not working. Could be a job, reflow them all and try it again. Warm beer just does not taste the same. So yeah, rare day off tomorrow. So why have we got the wrong voltages here then? Is there something else I'm missing? I think I need to put this back together, put the bits in that I've taken out, reflow it all, and then check these voltages again, because pretty much everything around it checks out. I've not gone further afield, just checked everything in the vicinity here. Should have stumbled on it by now. We should have stumbled on it. Let's put the smaller part back in first. So we know there's nothing wrong with that capacitor, so that can go back in. It's reading slightly high, but then so would a new one. Don't be too worried about that. Let's see if I've got another 2.2. I suppose once out, or to just chuck another one in. Let's put a new one in, being that we've taken it out. Connect these back up. Hopefully the electric will keep going. Badjo, how you doing, mate? The mic is broken. Pink noise. How are you, Badjo? Unfortunately, you're listening to the desoldering. If I turn that off, that'll shut it up a bit. Listen to the desoldering gun because my lapel mic has just packed up totally. That's another £100 for another mic element. So you could be on a Yeti for a while till I say that. It looks like I'm going to be in for another element as well. Joy. So we'll get some footage of the storage unit next time I'm up there, and maybe stick it on Patreon so you see what we're up to down there. But I'm hoping that quite small income from YouTube will pay for that. I'm hoping. How I've sold it to Mrs. Cruncher, so don't say nothing else, alright? Penguin's living down the storage unit now. He's loving it down there. Well, that's everything soldered back in. What else can we do? Everything's testing out okay. Zoo Badger, yeah. It's not the fan, Rich. It's not the fan in the actual computer, is it? It might be that I've just got the gain up way too much. Turn the gain back. Well, doesn't seem to make a lot of difference. If I turn the gain up a bit. How's that? Is that any better? I've turned the gain down a bit. I've got to say, this software is not anywhere near as good as vMix that I was using. Nowhere near. That's a shame. It all costs money, doesn't it? It all costs money. The only way for me to cure it is to get another PC so I can run vMix again, because it crashes out my other computer. So a bit of a tidy up on the bench. It was tidy when I started. Battery away, otherwise I'll be using it again. I didn't know whether Chris wanted to keep the capacitors for this one, but let's plug in again, see if that's made any difference. We can get it to work. I'll turn the volume up.
High-powered snake, not to be confused.
Wow.
That's a long game.
That is.
Snake. Less toxic. It's higher.
Brett,
level.
how you doing, mate?
Higher levels. Higher, they're saying. Kiri, what you?
It's lower. Yeah.
You would say lower? What do you
Yeah.
guys reckon? Lower.
I'm going to go with her.
The panel are all wrong. It's more venomous than a stonefish. The inland taipan is the most venomous snake in the world. One drop can kill up to 100 men. Okay? Just snake.
With that.
Tailed shrew. High up.
I'll take the muting off. Keep it on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It is working. It is working. I think I might just be chasing my own backside there, but let's have a look. So these voltages now. Right, let's have another look at my little diagram and see. So TR7 base. So muting in base 0.2 and muting out it should jump up to 1.6. It's definitely changing. But those readings aren't quite right. So collector should be 0.2 with it in. So collector is the first one, so it should be 0.2. And get a probe on it. See, that's just not right. It's 4.9. Should be 0.2. What's going on with that? I'm not So where's it jumping to? It's down. Something just isn't right down there. It is working now, but I don't know why. Something I'm touching down there is making the voltage spike. What would that be? Seems to be working. Stop it. appearance on the soundtrack of the recent series.
Me both, baby girl.
Some dreams they were
Online.
names, but days and lessons, it's a classic.
Yeah.
It does seem to be working now. It does seem to be working now. Right, apologies for not catching up with the chat. I'm going to leave it at that, because otherwise, the more I mess with it, the worse it'll get. So it's working at the moment, and I'm going to leave it at that. Let's just put the chassis back in the case for now, and I can get on and clean it up, and then get that sent out to Chris then. Because, you know, interstation muting, it's a bit of a gimmick. It's a bit of a gimmick. But I suppose if you do a lot of tuning around the bands, it's very useful. Just rest it back in its case for now and get that back together another day, because I want to quickly look at this. I don't have time to do the iPad today, but I do want to look at my dash cam. Has anybody got one of these? It's basically a Nextbase dash cam. It's got a hell of a magnet on it. Really has got a strong magnet that it connects to the mount in the car with. But the problem is if I turn it on, it's a bit grubby now, it's got handprints all over it. If I turn it on, it comes on, but the battery is virtually gone. And the battery's disappeared and it's turned itself off. So the internal battery's not holding its charge. So I've gone and got another one, but it doesn't look like the easiest thing to do, which is about right. Now I thought I brought the battery up with me. In fact, I'm sure I brought the battery up with me, but it's not here. Which means I have left it downstairs. I got some. It's a bit of a mystery, unless it just drops off the edge of the table, maybe. So we need to get it apart and stick another battery in it, because the idea of the backup battery is that when you're parking, you put it in park mode, and if someone nudges the car, so if someone drives into your car when you're not there, it should tap, make this wobble. There's a little, maybe here, there's a little sensor in there, like a little reed switch, and if it's nudged, it'll turn the camera on, and it'll then record whoever's banged into you driving away. So it should be good for about 30 seconds or more. So I need to get the new battery in so as it still works. I've got it hardwired into the car now, so let me go and see if I can find the battery a minute. Hopefully all will be good. And get the new battery in. At least we'll fix that as well. Downstairs. The battery's not downstairs. That means it must be here. It must be here somewhere. The battery must be here. Means I'll have to do another tidy up to find the battery now. Done with it, Graham. Put some tools back out of the way. And no doubt it will come to hand. It's in a little tiny, shiny Ziploc bag. On the floor. While I wasn't looking, it's just jumped up and careered onto the floor. It has, and it has. There you are. Tell you what, I spent half my time looking for stuff. I'm sure you all know the feeling. Right, let's So this, as I say, this is the dash cam for the car. I haven't got any exciting footage to show you because nothing really happens around here, but when it does, I will show you. So I've got to get this battery installed in that camera. Let's have a go. So we've got 4 little tiny screws by the looks of it. Let's find a little pot to put these in. And there is videos out there on how to do this, but they're not great, to be fair. So I'm not holding up much hope for copying what they've done. I'll try and do it a little bit neater. One person, the GPS stopped working and all sorts of things happened after he took it apart. So I think he just Made a right lash of it, to be fair. Right, that's the screws out. So now we've got to just prise it apart. It's quite well made. These are quite expensive. Mrs. Cruncher bought me this for Christmas one year. Oh, it says dropping it on its face. Okay, it doesn't want to come apart easily. Basically that back screen comes off. But you can't get into it. Let's get the eyes on. Just don't really want to mark it up, you know. Best way I think to get into it is in there. Get my fingernail in there. So let's get the sharpest spudger I've got, which is this one. We're in. Anyway. Okay. That's the first bit off. There's some more miniature screws. I'm going to leave these separate though because I think they're slightly different screws. Different. These are round head, the other ones are flat head. Okay. Now, there is a ribbon cable on there, but it's a bit delicate. So if you want to go in, anybody's got one of these that's going to need to change a battery, I don't know, but let's get you in a bit closer. So I've just lifted the lid of the ribbon cable holder. One should now pop out, which it has done. Let's have a work again. So it's that little LED that was holding it in, and underneath there is our little battery. What's in there though? So I think what I'll do is I'll snip the wires off first, because this is lifted and we don't want this to short out. So that's where I've got to solder my new wires to. These touching themselves. Battery doesn't look too bad. Normally they're a little bit so it sounds like it's on the sticky tape. Yeah, it's on the sticky tape. There she is. Might be able to reuse that. Stick my new one in. Downwards, right there in that holder. There we are. Right, that's that bit done. Let's just put some tape on this one to make it a bit safer. Yeah. Zoom it out a little bit. So just make this other battery a bit safer, and I'll stick it back in this. Do not want these lithium batteries to shorten out on each other. Yes, it appears that the whole village has been having power issues. It's not just us. that one was a 320 milliamp. I think this one's a 370. So we got positive, which is the red. This chair's going down again. Can you see me going down? Oh, I hate this chair. I hate this chair. Right, let's do these one at a time. That's way too big a soldering iron tip. Way too big. Let's just use it. That's where it goes, right? I don't like about this case iron is the holder, it's not great. Right. Let's get my chair back up again. Oh, I'm not even on cam anyway, so that's alright then. You didn't have to witness me descending into the depths. Ambient current draw, I don't know. Delivery on Sunday? Alright, okay, let's see what I'm doing here. It's not going to get further. Great. This one is the ground. That's sinking a lot of heat there. Just keep that open a little bit. So there's not a lot of room to solder in. The contacts are really close together. fucking heat. It's up to 370. That done it. Right. Ribbon cable out. And the last one. Okay. And get our ribbon cable back in. I think this is the mistake that the others made, is getting the ribbon cable out. They managed to break the little grey plastic retainer off. A little bit of that. Whew. Back together. Will it turn on? Okay, so it's got 2 charge on the battery, but the other one, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the other one that was going down instantly. Let's connect it up to some USB power. Can we do that? Charge. SD card is less than class 10, please replace. Well, end of the day, the SD card isn't even in it, so short it like that. There he is, fixed. So that's charging at the moment. It's got a little battery charging symbol there. Let's zoom in a bit closer. It's recording, we don't want it to record. So it looks like that was a success. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? I'll tell you what ain't easy is going to be doing the charging port on my iPad. That is my next job. That looks an absolute nightmare. So I've got a big iPad. I've bought all the glue strips to glue it all back together. So I've had to buy these glue strip things. So this is all the glue pads for sticking the case back together after you pulled it apart. That I was going to sort of attempt that today, but I'm not going to have a chance now. 2 out of 3 ain't bad though. I'm sure there's a song about that. I'm sure there's a song about that. Update the time and date now. Yeah, 2018. Okay. So set up. Automatic. It should automatically pick the time up. When the satellite signal's been received. Okay. D-Mac here. Yeah, so I've got to wait till I've received a satellite signal. I've got to wait till a satellite signal. Plug it now. Yeah, it's got a little while to charge up yet, but that looks to be successful anyway. Gets it from the base on my one I have. This is not a sat nav though. This is a dash cam. So it seems like it's got GPS in it as well then, because it can work out what speed you're doing in that. So it's got a GPS, I suppose, isn't it? Can't show you a video because I formatted the thing before I installed it. There you are. You're welcome, Bob. Thanks. Yeah, it has been a struggle today, hasn't it? Everything seems to be going wrong. But, you know. Oh, your Nextbase has the GPS in the window mount base. Ah, right, okay, I've got you, Anthony. Yeah, that could well be the same with mine. Could well be the same with mine. Got you. Cheers, cheers, Aaron. So yeah, a bit of a scratchy stream there. We did get the. Again, I don't really know what was wrong with the RP75. I mean, the interstation muting does sort of work on those, but it ain't great. That's all I can say, really. I really don't know what's gone on with the volume. You know, I've got a full battery on this lapel mic. You know, it should be working, but you know, I can see it on the screen there. It's just not connecting for some reason. So I think there's a problem with the microphone. So I think it's going to have to have another microphone. Yeah, because pushing that in and out creates a huge signal. It's recording again. Yeah. Oh, this thing is. Stop. So turn parking mode off at the moment, but we'll stick it back on in a minute. I'm just looking for the format card one. There we go. Yeah, I'll get that charged up and then I'll put it back in the car later. Hopefully, if anyone decides they're going to crash into the car or try and break into it in the night, then we'll be able to see who it is. Yeah, that's actually a Nextbase card in that one, Anthony. It's their own card, so it's pretty good. Mrs. Cruncher did all of that. She did all the research and got all that sorted for me. Now that was easier than I thought. It didn't. They made it look very hard online, but it's not as hard as it looks. So if you want to change your battery, Anthony, just follow this video back. I'm going to call it a day there, people. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Apologies for the issues with the sound and the electric packing up and whatever other problems we've had. I've just lost track of them all now. There've been so many, but one day we'll be back to normal. We'll be back to normal. Get a decent PC in here, nice big desktop unit, get rid of the laptop situation, and we'll be laughing. So have a good one, and I should be here next week. Hopefully. You never know. So let me see if I can work out how to do all of this. And fingers crossed I'll get it right. So, bye for now.